1, 2, 3. Hello, TikTok. Hello, Twitch. Hello, YouTube and X. What's going on, everybody? It's pumping. You know what I'm talking about. Ethereum. It's pumping. PulseChain's pumping. Hex is pumping. It's pumping. What do you want? ELS up 13%. Hex is up 17%. Pulse X is up 15%. INC is up 19%. What's happening? What's the news? All kinds of news. Hey, Coffee, it's Peter. What's up? Rubitor says first. Actually, you were second, lol. Crypto Joe says pamp it. Indeed. Now, what's happening, guys? What's happening? China. Trade deal. Tariffs. Trump is out here talking about Saudi Arabia putting $1 trillion into the USA. Investing $1 trillion into the USA. He seems pretty bullish. He seems to be taking, he seems to be bragging already. Not really surprising. We'll see. See how the future plays out. The near future. President Trump officially signs strategic economic partnership with Saudi Arabia. That's the news of the day. Let's dive into it, shall we? We're gonna dive into the news. Oh wow, a CAPTCHA. Imagine that. Hex is up. Hex is the top on Dex Screener today. Hex, Pulse X, INC, the core coins. Good to see him in the top position. For some reason, Dex Screener doesn't show PLS. PLS is probably the most volume out of all these. PLS mixed with stablecoins. And then the usual suspects in the top spots. We even got Top Hat up here, number 29. Up 21% as well. All the coins, all the survivors. Teddy, Gas Money, Soil, PTGC, of course. Remember, just had a weird thing where, like, you gotta burn the old one to get the new one. Let's see if we can get some news, shall we? President Trump. Strategic economic partnership. What does this mean? Let's see if we can figure out what this means. Could help create up to 2 million jobs. $600 billion. Defense, mining, and space-based agreements. Wow. Space. Dozen memorandums of understanding and letters of intent were agreed under the new partnership. Several of the agreements tracked with previously stated ambitions. Cooperation agreement. Blah, blah, blah. $600 billion commitment to invest in the USA from Saudi Arabia. So that's good, I think, judging by the color of the candles. What else do we got? Claudia King, the analyst on Court TV. Court TV gets 27 million listeners. And it's hosted by Claudia King. Shout out to you if you're listening, Claudia. Welcome to the PulseChain community. We welcome you. She's the CEO of a foundation of some sort. And believe it or not, my fellow internet nerds, we are extremely online, and some people still watch cable TV. We might not realize it, but I guess they do. How's everyone doing? Need a price prediction? What is a price prediction going to do for you? Seriously, if I pull a number out of my ass, is that really going to help you sleep better at night? I think I got to up my volume on the old mic. The old Mike-a-rooney. Edit these filters. Turn the gain up just a smidge, technically. All right, testing, 1, 2, 3. There we go. There we go. The Pampa is nice today. Hello, Digital Farmer. Hello, Brian. It's gonna be okay, everybody. Things are gonna get better. Times are tough. Times were tough. Light at the end of the tunnel. Nothing is permanent. Everything is cyclical. Jay says my body is ready. NJ says, no. You know, you guys can predict prices yourself, right? You guys can pull numbers out of your ass too. Chewy says, UK trade really too. What? Why are we pumping? Well, all kinds of news. Saudi Arabia, $1 trillion injection into space, mining, oil. What else? What else in the macro conditions? Paul Atkins says his priority is to develop a rational regulatory framework for crypto. Who is Paul Atkins, you ask? The SEC chair, the new one, a hopefully crypto-friendly one. They're actually going to do something instead of persecute everybody with no rules. They're going to actually make some rules. It's about time. Trump is talking about how he cannot be bought by the pharmaceutical lobby, signing an executive order to make drugs more affordable. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. Not necessarily crypto related, but positive. China and the US is the most important thing, everybody. China and the USA. And because of that, the trade deal unlocks potential for rate cuts. Rate cuts from the Federal Reserve would mean everything pumps. Let's just go to CoinMarketCap, shall we? CoinGecko. CoinGecko. Ethereum's up 48%, 50% on the week, 8% on the day, $2,600, showing strength. Bitcoin at 104K. Take a look at that nice little chart right there. Wow. Coffee LFG. What's up, Cryptomatic? Coffee just said $1 hex. That's what I heard. Look, I think we can go well past $1. All right. Now, $1 hex is where I'm getting my tattoo, famously. Probably be getting it on this arm, this other arm that's not tattooed. I predict that Crypto Coffee predicts the price of hex to go to $1 by end of year. Yeah. Everybody wants someone to point the finger at, don't they? I'm on to you guys. Hex will be $1.12 at the end of September, says Hex Wizard. $1.12 at the end of September sounds good to me. I'll take it. I will take it. I'll take that $2,600 ETH. It would be a lot cooler. Be $5,000 ETH, $7,000 ETH, $10,000 ETH. Imagine the euphoria at $10,000 ETH. Imagine. Think about it. Coffee, what you got for Pulse X? Couple of X's, guys. Just a few. Tramp stamp hacks, exactly, Free Brandon. X tramp stamp. What's up, Goran? Hey, Goran, you were the winner of the giveaway, right? Congratulations, Goran. Crypto Ewok says, ass numbers help me sleep better. What's $1 on the way to 100? This could be the cycle where Hex goes into the multiple dollar ranges. I mean, double digits, dare I say. It's possible. But you know I'm a bulltard. I went to the doctor and was diagnosed with clinical permabull. Might be fatal. What coin is up 400x in the past 5 weeks? PMX 500. Wow, the Memecoin index. Congrats on the Memecoin index for PulseChain, but I don't see it right here. PMX. Is the Pulse Meme Index like a real project? It's doing pretty good. Wow, shout out to PMX holders. What did this one do? Only on PulseChain, people. You're not on PulseChain. Would have had no way of getting this 64x over the past month. Wow, congratulations to these guys. I don't know what they're doing right. Maybe they actually have a PMX index. Their website was kind of like funny. I didn't take it seriously, so it did make me laugh. A community-driven meme coin project for entertainment and experimentation. All right. Contract address on PulseChain with no inherent value. Okay, yeah, blah blah blah. Other than sheer degeneracy. Well, PMX 500 aggregates the top 500 meme coins on PulseChain into a single dynamic meme coin tracker and rebalances every 60 seconds. Is that related to the price of it at all, or is the token just a token? You can make like an index without actually the token tracking it. In fact, I think if this was tracking all the meme coins, I don't know if it'd be up that high. Like, does it actually represent, does buying 1 PMX actually represent buying an index of 500 prices? Are those factored into the price? Hex Wizard says, I already wrapped my car in Hex at 003. Ha! That's gonna turn some heads. A pink and yellow car. Tequila Sunrise. Red Squirrel. Oi, oi. To you too. Good to see you as always. Think what can happen if Binance lists PulseChain and we find out CZ and RH are buddies. Well, optimal timeline. I wouldn't be surprised if they're well aware of each other. I wouldn't be surprised to see some exchange listings on the way up. Just adding gasoline on the fire. We don't need too many. Maybe Binance, maybe Kraken. I feel like Kraken for some reason. I just like get this feeling that it's going to be Kraken. Oh, also OKX, because they already had it listed. It would not be hard for OKX just to relist everything. Could happen any day without paying an arm and a leg. You know, it's good for the exchange just to list it, especially if they've already got it. If PulseChain hits 1 penny, I will also get a tattoo and like everything pertaining to RH tokens. We'll see. We'll see, Trev. Sing, hello, Coffee Bro. Hello, Sing. So what else is there? Just wanted to celebrate with you. Ethereum up again. Could be a good week. Happy birthday, PulseChain. PulseChain launched about 1 year ago today. I think it technically launched on the 10th, but it was announced on the 13th. So congrats to PulseChain holders for hanging in there, for surviving. We're up on the day. It's only Monday. We pumped over the weekend, which is weird, you know. Ethereum doesn't usually pump over the weekend. 15% up, 18% up. Hex is almost back at a penny. Almost back at a penny. Look at that. Boom. Look at those Hex little logos flying everywhere. 18% up. PulseX, 16% up. INC is now 19% up. $1.86. PLS is back to 00004. Wow. Feels good. Feels good. I meant like and share everything pertaining to RH tokens. I see what you mean. Buckmaster Hex posts a drink. Indeed, cheers to you, sir. Saudi Arabia brought in a mobile McDonald's for President Trump on his visit. That's amazing. That is so funny. Crypto news of the day. So here we have Richard Hart tweeting about something very interesting. Strategic Economic Reserve aligned companies. Now, what does that even mean? SER aligned companies. Let's see if we can learn more about this together. So, Strategic Economic Reserve for Ethereum. All right. SER aligned companies on Ethereum. Right now, in the total strategic ETH reserve, there's 789,000 Ethereum. That's $2 billion. $2 billion. Coinbase has joined. Gnosis has joined. Exodus has joined. The Sacrifice wallet, just so you guys know, would be number 2 on this list if it was part of this list. We don't even know if they want to be. You know, what does it entail? What does it mean to be part of the strategic ETH reserve? Joining the strategic ETH reserve movement. You can actually type your own company name in here and delegate yourself. What do they do? Like, I'm trying to find out, is this an official thing? Does this mean anything? Strategic Bitcoin reserve. I mean, it's for the USA to stockpile. Companies pledging to maintain ETH reserves for a sustainable Ethereum ecosystem. They're just pledging to not dump. All right, so all these companies are bullish on Ethereum. They're pledging to not dump. The US government is up there, very suspicious. Very sus. I don't trust the US government. I think, well, they've cheated before, but maybe they've only got 60,000 that they're willing to hold. They probably have more than that seized from various people. Lido is up there in the top 10. Gnosis. Ethereum name service. We've got connections with them through the PulseChain name service. That's good to see. That is good to see. Kraken for sure. What's up, Finbear? How you doing? Good to see you. Beers on me. Hell yeah. Thanks, dude. Lucky Luke says, hey guys. So much bullishness in the air. Yes. It's been a tough time for a lot of people. It's not permanent. It gets better. This might be the turning point. Cryptopractor, what's up? Hey, Coffee. Caught ya. It has been a while. Good to see you. Good to see you too, Cryptopractor. Thanks for coming by. Trev says, kudos to you, Coffee. Never faltered and got in the way to glory. Well, look, we're not there yet. There's work to be done. But work is being done. Work's been being done for the past 2 years. You guys have been working hard, a lot of you. Not all of you, but a lot of you. Especially in the PulseChain realm, building everything. And talking, streaming, marketing. There's only so much one can do, right? When the liquidity not high, the global liquidity cycle. Orange address Memecoin, yes. Hex orange address is a Memecoin, yes. It's called HOA. Eric Trump Jr. hold ETH yet? Well, look, World Liberty Finance holds like a few $1 million. World Liberty Finance ETH holdings. They're always buying more Ethereum. Look, in January they were buying $10 million of Ethereum. Here we go. World Liberty Finance's portfolio. They've currently got $117 million of Ethereum coins. It's like 31 million of that is in ETH. A lot of that's in USDC. But look, they've got buying power too. 31 million of buying power would be pretty nice. We got Bitcoin. So you got something called White token. All right. TRX. And that you know, some of these coins might be donated to them just for publicity. Like we do this all the time in PulseChain. World Liberty Financial is Trump's family / Trump's company. They created WLFI. It was accredited investors only. Has someone clicked join the movement and added the SACR address? I don't know. I don't know if that's allowed. I mean, I guess somebody could do that, but like, then what happens when they follow up? Some random guy is like, hey, I own the SAC address. It's like, no, you don't. I would imagine the owner has to like actually submit it. I don't know how it works, but when you fill out that form, they probably contact you, try to verify that you're the owner and all that. What do I think about Go token? It has not dumped. I don't know. They might pump it, but based on the premise of a very kind of scammy DEX, doesn't disclose an absurdly high 3% fee. I don't know. Might be worth watching. I don't think of it as a long-term hold by any means. Like we want people not to use that DEX, right? And so if their entire model was pumping the coin with their profits, it's like, well, why would you want them to profit if everybody using that platform is getting screwed over? Martin submitted it. Yeah, but is that even real? Like, we don't know. Like, does the Sacrifice wallet owner, like, there's like some kind of digital signature involved? I don't know. We'll see. eHex got the biggest bubble on crypto bubbles. Do they now? Good old eHex. How's eHex looking? eHex is up 20%. Almost 20% on the day. And it's back to 0.003. eHex is still 3 times higher. Still, after all this time, after all this arguing. Oh, it's so tiring. New people matter way more. Trump Jr. follows RH. Heard this before. Look, maybe. Their lawyers are the same. And does Trump Jr. really follow Richard Hart? I'm sure they're well aware of each other. Starting to get exciting. Yes, Yellowtail. Down 80% on PDI. Oh. Smash that like button. Says Gugod the Degenerate. Smash the like button. GM King, yes, GM to you back, Kings. Bright Light, hello. Hey guys, how do we like the new Top Hat bot? Top Hat bot on Twitter. Going to anybody you want. Barack Obama. Joe Rogan. Alex Jones. You go in their comments, you say go at Top Hat Pulse. Go space at Top Hat Pulse. And go see what happens. See what happens. Pretty cool little gimmick you can do to get their attention. It updates their profile picture with AI. It's awesome. More stuff cooking as always. Everybody's always cooking in PulseChain. Delicious. Delicious meals. Most wanted token up 10% today, just today. Almost $1 million of liquidity, 61K volume. These are low volume. This whole ecosystem is so low volume, man. So low volatility. Just so much lower than even like Solana and Ethereum. Imagine just capturing like 10% of Ethereum success. It'd be outrageous. Outrageously high. What's your take on OG Teddy Bear? I'm not interested. New Teddy Bear all the way. Look, it was B-Roots. That was his thing, right? So if he says new Teddy Bear, new Teddy Bear. Mini cup and handle yesterday, playing out today. Okay. Crypto Stickers in the house says, yo, let's go. Hey, shout out to Crypto Stickers. Crypto Stickers, feel free to show your link in the old chat there. If anybody wants to buy PulseChain Hex, PulseX stickers, and they've got other ones. They've even got dick with butt stickers. It's always fun to slap stickers around in your city or your town. What's even more fun is to take a picture of the stickers, post them on social media. Ubiquity illusion. The illusion that we are everywhere. You know, people see something in real life, they see a sticker. It's almost like the digital impression almost matters just as much as the physical IRL impression. Double use, 2 for 1. Just makes us seem like an unstoppable force, which we are. Can I suggest a good PulseChain portfolio tracker? There's so many. Well, I have one right on the screen now, Roberto. This is called hexscout.com, link in the description below. It's probably one of my favorites, hexscout.com. You've got Frenkabal, FRENKABAL.com. Frenkabal is up there. It's probably going to be the best one eventually, once they go multi-chain. Frenkabal, Fatty, PHATTY.io. PLSfolio.io. PLSfolio. I mean, what else? I'm probably missing a couple. A lot of portfolio trackers. People have made a lot of cool stuff. Yo Conscious says, let's go, boys. Boys and girls. Shout out to the 5 girls potentially watching. Crypto ladies. Gonna make more money than your boyfriends. Maybe. Teacher of God's Destruction says, you created your own meme, and it's sad. Oh, wah, wah. Cry me a fucking river. Will PLS hit 400? Mate, 400 what? What does that even mean? What does that even mean? Tales from the Crypto says Hex to a penny today. Hex to a penny for sure. Dream get the money, dollar bill, indeed. Brian Lonnell says, what's up, Crypto Coffee? What's up, Brian? Is there a short 3-minute 0x Coast Glory Bank tutorial for newcomers? I've made a couple videos, but you can just go sign up with an account. Like, it's not that hard. You just sign up, like, get a wallet, sign up. They probably have, I mean, if I was them, I'd put a little video on their website. Tommy English says, love it. Mooney moves with Teddy, okay. No girls watching anymore, they're gone due to poor wages. We don't like girls here, we are gay. Speak for yourself. Speak for yourself, Supreme Leader. We need RH on Joe Rogan. Yes, we do. Bowling alley chicks. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. I want to buy PLS, so I bridged USDC from my MetaMask wallet from my MetaMask wallet from Ethereum network to PulseChain, but it went to some other address. Be careful, Chuck. When you're bridging, make sure you're using the only link that works. Okay, is bridge.pulsechain.com. There are phishing links. If you click on a phishing link, you could lose all your money. You could have sent it to like somebody else because you used a phishing link. Just be careful. Bridge.pulsechain.com is the only legitimate link. Bridge.pulsechain.com. Pulse will hit a 10x from sacrifice, easy to cycle, hopefully more. Yes, yes. Crypto stickers, as we are giving away free stickers to anyone willing to go on a serial stickering mission. Wow. Check out the crypto stickers tweet. All right. Will do. Check out crypto stickers new tweet. Crypto stickers. Is it like you're only going to refund them if they... I think a good idea would be like you can take their payment up front and say we're only going to refund you if you take like XYZ pictures of proof of you actually sticking these certain places. Crypto stickers tweeted 100 stickers could potentially onboard 30,000 new people. One petrol pump has on average 100 customers per day. Oh, petrol pumps. Yeah, gas pumps are pretty good. Gas pumps are a good one. Where is the competition though? Not seeing it. Anyone willing to go on a serial sticker advertising mission, message us. Free stickers. Must be content like this. I love it. I love it. I hope somebody takes you up on that. If the stickers are all free, you know, maybe I'll DM you. Maybe I will DM you. I just don't want to get in trouble posting myself like vandalizing things. You still looking for good projects to pair Top Hat with? Not really. I think I'm good on the liquidity bonding for now. I'll make a pool with King. If you want to buy it yourself and make it with King, go ahead. You know, anyone can buy the tokens and create a liquidity position. But I can't just be bonding to every token because like I don't know about most of these tokens. So it doesn't make sense just to go for maximum number of pairs. Finbear says, Coffee made videos on how to use the bridge. Look at the one before asking for live support. Thank you, Finbear. Thank you. Brian says, Crypto Coffee, you need to collab with DCC. Yeah, I mean, we do videos sometimes. Maybe it's time to hit up DCC again. Miguel, you'll be hearing from me, sir. We'll do another stream or something. When will we have Icosa V2 asking for a friend? I don't know. I think that Alex from Hedron, I think he's working on it. I think he might be calling it, what do you call it? He had like another name, a new URL or something. It's not out yet. Don't get scammed, it's not out yet. You'll know. I'm sure the Twitter community will be very loud when the new Hedron Icosa app launches. Tom says I'm 90% Hex and sleeping good. Wow. That's pretty maxi. Respect. I'm pretty bullish on Hex as well. I'm about 30%. I got a lot of Pulse X and Pulse too. Looks like ETH will break out of its previous all-time high soon. Any Hexkin invested in ETH, be ready to rotate the profit to get maximum X's. Not the worst advice, Pulselonian. Of course, not financial advice, but doesn't. I mean, that sounds obviously smart. Respect. Where is the lo-fi playlist coming from? Let me tell you. Hip-hop instrumental beats, 90-minute chill hip-hop playlist, 5 OMA covers. Coming from YouTube. There could be a Top Hat farm on Fux. I know a guy. Hey, look at that. Fast Abdul, we should collaborate. We should talk. Because I don't know. Do you have like top Memecoin farms? Brian Lommel says, "Hell yeah." Brian Lommel's just excited. Hans says Sigma. Yeah, Sigma was the protocol name. Sigma protocol. I think that's what he's calling it. I don't know if that's like the icosahedron combined protocol or if it's something completely different. We're gonna find out. The element of surprise. Papa says ink prediction. How about $100? Why not? For my X profile, does anyone know the website for the PLS PFP colors? I know how to do it for PulseChain. You want? Yeah, you go to PulseChainify.app. PulseChain ify.app. Go right here. I hope their website's still live. PulseChainify. Oh, sorry, PulseChainify.com. PulseChainify.com. You go right here. Take your Twitter picture. You put a little logo around it. You could also make your Twitter picture. You can give yourself a PulseChain top hat. Just type go at top hat pulse. That could be your Twitter picture too. Whatever you want to do. Hey bro, how would I deal with the loss? You die? That's a tough one. It was such a great hopium. Yeah, you know, like, it did bounce back a little. You could maybe salvage it. It just seems like the narrative is just degraded so much that it's just like really, really weak. I don't know, man. I mean, everybody, like, I wasn't bag holding it, so I have no incentive to like chase it or hope for an exit pump. I'll just focus on, you know, new stuff. Take a little reset. That's a tough one, man. I don't have any good advice for that. Would love some hex stickers for the Dutch Blockchain Week in Amsterdam. Coffee, yeah, moving on up. That's right, Archie. Degen Hexakin says 555. Damn, bro, don't put him down. What are you talking about? Put who down? He's asking how to deal with a loss. Dude, you just move on. Like, can't dwell on it. The background music is lit. Yes, it is. Remember got a new one. Remember got a new token. It's actually paying out, I think, like... Hold on. OG Web Chef Yield Tracker. Let's take a look at these guys. Yeah, the new Remember token, somehow paying 6% daily ROI. We'll see how long that lasts. Gas Money token paying 1% daily ROI still. And it's on a pretty big dip. Beast is back to 1.32% daily. Kind of feels like, kind of like where we used to be like a month and a half ago. It was like Beast, Gas, Remember. I think those are all in the top 3 again. Hey everyone, what's up, KD? Archie says hopefully 1 cent soon. Baba.eth retweeted RH's post. Fabda's the guy that, what was it? Fabda's the guy that made the website, Fabda.eth. He's got, 10,000 followers. Fabda says, I have received hundreds of pings since this post. The PulseChain army is no joke. Respect to Eric Wall for daring to go against this army? What are you talking about? Disrespect. Shame to Eric Wall. Ethereum slowly climbing back up. What else is there? Not much to say. I covered the news in my previous videos. How much EHEX and PHEX is available and circulating? We can go check. Available or circulating? I mean, you just kind of like assume 90% of it's not circulating. 38.8 billion, 361 million market cap. Maybe they're already removing the, I don't know if they're removing the origin address or not. You can go check on a block explorer. Is the new Remember a different contract address? Yes, it is, Jesse Jonas. A different contract address. Archie says, nice laid back music. Thank you. Crypto Madness says, now that RH beat the SEC, is there a chance that PLS can be listed on another exchange like OKX or another major exchange? Yeah, there is a chance. Pretty high chance in my opinion. OKX would be really easy, like I mentioned earlier. Thoughts on trading PLS for PLSX, that 1-to-1 ratio? I don't know. I'm just kind of sitting on it. I'm not really doing ratio trading. Just adding to my positions once in a while. These days, honestly, I'm more bullish on Hex and PulseX because PLS is going to pump either way if those pump. Not a lot of Hex around, that's right. Let's take a look at the amount of actual Hex on the liquidity pool. Main liquidity pool only has 176 million Hex. No, that's not nothing. I think it was like 700 million just a couple months ago. Now it's less than 200 million. Sounds like Ice Cube today was a good day. Yeah, well, this is all the hip hop 90s songs, just instrumentals. Look at that. Look at that chart. Real nice. Well, everybody, 200 people on YouTube, 1,700 people on Twitter. Everybody, more people always come out when the price is going up. It's just how it works. Everyone's excited when the price goes up. Congrats for holding. If it was easy, everybody would do it. Trump, Saudi Arabia. Defense spending. Cutting-edge transformative technologies in both countries. Interesting. Saudi Arabia and Smithsonian Institute. Tom says, woohoo, thanks. Hex or PulseX invest now? You decide. Jakey, you have a choice to make. You have a choice to make. You invest now, you invest later, or you don't invest at all. But you gotta decide. You have to decide. Grumpy old guy says LFG. If you're new to PulseChain or Hex, we welcome you. That's right, type 100 Nick. Lots of money to be made here, says type 100 Nick. I agree. That's why I'm here. I wouldn't be here if I didn't think there was lots and lots of potential. Been here for 5 years. PulseChain's the underdog, you know? It's the hidden underdog gem. CoinMarketCap doesn't even show it on page 1. They literally hide PulseChain, Hex, and PulseX off of page 1. CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko. Look, I'm going to show you guys right now. Look on the screen, okay? The market cap is, let's say 5.4 billion. Let's say we're generous and we take out the origin address coins. So maybe 500 million. So let's call it 500 million market cap. If it was 500 million market cap, and if CoinGecko was doing their job correctly, here is what would be at. Market cap, billions, billions, billions. If it was 500 million, it'd be on page 2. I think it's probably more. It'd be like 154, 155. But if you look it up, it's really hard actually to get them. Let me get the market cap from GoPulse.com. Market cap from GoPulse, excluding the OA. All right, 659 million. Their best guess. 659 million would put it on page 2. And it's been on page 1 before as well. It's been high enough to be on page 1. If they really did origin address coins, What is that, 5.1 billion? If they really included the origin address coins, we would be at rank 33. They do it for Bitcoin. So you would see Hex, PulseChain, and PulseX on page 1 at 33, 34-ish position. Where do they put it? PulseChain somehow is at... I don't even think it's ranked. Yeah, they don't even put the market cap. They just deleted it on CoinGecko. Just deleted it. Oh look, fully diluted valuation, 5.2 billion. Not that hard to multiply the supply times the price, is it? They just rules for me, but not for thee. James Brown in the background is nice. Thanks, Archie. Tom Mess says he got his updated PFP. Barry Thomas says whale selling is natural and frustrating. Let it run. Jakey says I'm going 50-50. Nice. Good job. Congrats. Congrats on the decision. Beats are cooking today. Digging the vibes. LFG. Thanks. Thanks, KD. Crypto Ape says LFG. Is there a ranking site that has RH coins correct? I don't really think so. There used to be nomics.com. But we almost like scared them away. Oh man. What else in terms of the news, guys? Well, I'm hungry. I'm gonna get some food. Thank you all for coming. Make sure you like, subscribe, share the video, and leave a comment. I appreciate all of you that appreciate me. Haters get wrecked. It's only the beginning. X up 78% on the week. Glorious. Beautiful. Type 100 says, man, I remember Nomics. Yeah. They literally shut down their business. I feel like they couldn't take the stress of the Hexican army just barraging them. Good to hear it though. You were taking a break from the craziness. Thoughts on stablecoin yields? I'll finish up on that stablecoin yield question. If you really want stablecoin yield, app.pulsex.com. Got a curve V3 forked pool. Let's go over here to liquidity. Well, let's go to the info tab, stable. Wait for this to load. It loads a lot faster now. Did you notice that pulsex.com info tab loads a lot faster? All right, 5% on stablecoins right now. I've seen this as high as like 12 or 13. I think I've even seen it at like 17%. This you see this 5% number fluctuates, and it fluctuates because you're only taking the last 7 days of performance. Which, by the way, I updated my course about PulseX V2. So if you're interested in still yield farming, or rather just liquidity providing and being somewhat profitable, you can still do that on PulseX V2. Now there is still impermanent loss risk, okay? And I just made an updated lesson in the course. So if you're new to crypto, if you're like a beginner and you want to get more advanced, this is another way you could still make money potentially, but you just have to bet that you're in the right range. So let me just do an example, right? We go to V2, make sure you click V2 on the info tab at app.pulsex.com. You scroll down to the pools. Look, the PLS DAI pool is paying 30% APY. 30% APY versus what's it paying on the farm? On the farm, you're earning 14%. So it's over double what you're earning in terms of ink. Now, if you're bullish on ink and you want to stay in these farms, go ahead. Some of them aren't that bad. I think like the stable pulse farms are good because it allows you to like slowly exit your position without hurting the price if that's what you want to do. Just remember that V1 farms do not pay fees. They only pay ink. V2 farms right now do not pay ink, but they only pay fees. If you want the fees, let's round this to 30% APY, okay? Let's say you're getting 30% APY on WPLS DAI. Okay. Actually, let's use a better one. Let's use a better pool. Let's go to, look, PulseX Pulse, okay? PulseX Pulse right now is paying almost 10% APR. And that's going to get higher. When there's more volume, it's going to go higher because it's trading fees, right? If you go to the regular farm, it's 0.44. That's like incredibly small. So you're getting 20 times higher rewards by actually joining the V2 pool. What would you need to do for the V2 pool? Let's go to the PulseX Pulse pair. We go to the top here, okay? We switch it to the ratio price. Mouse is over here. And if you price PLS X in terms of PLS, we could see that one PulseX is worth 90% of a PulseChain. So we're going to squeeze the y-axis down and say that if you wanted to join the pool right here, okay, right at this current price, with no impermanent loss, let's say you enter the pool at the blue line. You have to be very careful and remember that you entered at the blue line. And if you get 10% buffer room, right, then your upper bound would be 99%, your lower bound would be 81%, and essentially what you would want as a liquidity provider is you would want the price, okay, to go bounce around in between this range. So remember, if you entered at the blue line, and you're making, let's say, 10% APY on average, you're just kind of hoping that the price does this, maybe it goes over, maybe it goes under, maybe it's really volatile, but ultimately when you pull it out later on, you want to pull it out somewhere in this range. Pull it out like, you know, you pull it out like a little pink line. If it goes against you, let's say it goes all this volatility and then it goes way up here and PulseX gains on PLS and you pull it out here, well, you're probably going to have some impermanent loss because the fees probably didn't make up for it. Right? So that's the bet that you're taking. So if you see that the ratio is within some kind of a range, that's what you want. You're hoping and praying, like, as a liquidity provider, you want high volume, low volatility. If the volatility is range bound in the ratio, then you could pull out at a similar ratio that you put in and you made fees the whole time. All right, time to go. Hopefully that lesson. Oh, and if you want more information like that, holding your hand, teaching you everything, xpassiveincome.com. Check out the course. It's not too late. Just learn about crypto, right? Learn about holding your own private keys. Just the safety and security method modules alone probably save you hundreds of thousands of dollars because it's going to keep you from getting hacked. So, when I was starting out, if I took a course, it would probably have saved me a lot of time and a lot of money. Give it a shot if you're new, or if you're just a beginner and you want more, xpassiveincome.com. See y'all on the next one. Tell Fox we're so back, yes. Adios, everybody.